Hey everyone, MTash here, and this might get into leak territory a little bit, so if you don't want any leaks for 3.0, you should definitely leave. I don't know if this is for sure true, but I want to talk about a theory about elemental resonance changing, and what that means for a few key characters that might become absolutely meta going forward. Let's get started. Now, I really like my Ayato, but a lot of people think he's lackluster. But with a change to elemental resonance, this could tilt things in his favor. Currently, the Hydro Resonance gives you extra healing ability, which almost no one cares about and almost no one uses. But the rumor is, in 3.0, they're going to be updating this and making it a 25% HP boost. Similar to how this boosts your attack by 25%, they're going to be doing an HP boost on Hydro. And this opens up a ton of doors for Genshin Impact players, whether you're using Ayato or other units. Oh, what's this? The global launch for Chimeraland? This video is sponsored by Chimeraland, and the global launch is now live. You can download it for free on Steam, iOS, or Android. Chimeraland is a massive MMORPG fantasy game with monsters to fight, dinosaurs to capture, and survival. This is a huge game with a lot of exploration, building, crafting, you name it. And if you want to get lost in it for free, click the link down below and try out Chimeraland today. There's a ton of combat, even some PvP if you want to get sweaty against other players. But this game has something for everyone. There's a ton of character customization, and you're able to morph your character into different creatures and even completely change your body type if you want to meme it up and look like this guy. There's also crafting and base building so you can make your perfect palace. And with their Devour mechanic, you can absorb the powers of creatures that you capture, creating completely new species. And there are virtually no limits to this. So what are you waiting for? There's a bunch of stuff to do. The game is free, and if you use the link down below, as well as the code that's appearing up on the screen / in the comment section, you can get yourself some free stuff to get started. Chimeraland. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into the content. Now, my Ayato has the Jade Cutter, which is getting a 20% boost to HP, but you also get 1.2% of your max HP as attack. And in the case of Ayato, if you're giving him 25% more base HP, this is like 40 extra attack value as well, just from the passive of the Jade Cutter. Now, that's not insane or anything, but when you start adding attack percentage in, it does give you a little bit more attack, a little bit more value, and I could see that bringing my attack value up a pretty good chunk. But there's other scaling that he's going to benefit from as well. And with his E ability getting 1.11% of your max HP per stack, this adds up to quite a bit of extra damage when you're using your E ability. And if you barrel stuff them and your clone explodes, you can stack this up right away. This leads to like 1,000 extra damage every single time you slash. And if you're hitting multiple enemies, that's multiple enemies getting hit with an extra 1,000 damage. And if you're doing, 13 slashes or 12 or 50, I can't even remember how many it is, it adds up to quite a bit of extra damage doing this one ability. And when you start putting all these things together, the base attack, the extra HP scaling, he's going to be even stronger than he already is, and I think that he's fantastic. And so it opens up some doors there to make him a little bit more meta if you want to throw in some other Hydro units. And, that got me thinking. Someone like Xingqiu. If you look at Xingqiu, his Constellation 2, this reduces Hydro resistance. So you could put him in. He's giving Hydro Particles to Ayato. Ayato's giving Hydro Particles to him. You're getting all these different ultimates and burst abilities off. He's healing even more. You might not even need a different healer because he's getting extra HP from the Resonance, which gives him better heals. And a lot of these things start coming into play. But what about someone like Yelan? Now, I personally skipped Yelan. I felt like I didn't really need her. But if you tack on 25% more base HP onto this character who scales with HP, that's a nice little boost. She's already very good. She can do a lot of damage, and I understand why some people think she's almost a must. If you look at some of her passives, she can boost up your team's damage, and these things hit really damn hard. But this scales with max HP. This thing scales with max HP. And so making her even stronger could make her one of the most meta characters in the game. And if I had known that this was coming, I probably would have recommended her even more. She was on the cusp for me. I saw a lot of damage there, but I personally didn't want to get her. Now, it might be a no-brainer to get someone like Yelan. She opens quite a few doors for different builds. And if you can throw her with Ayato, both of them getting extra HP scaling, it could be insane. And if you wanted to throw Xingqiu in, hypothetically, with his Hydro shredding, and maybe you're using someone like Kazuha to boost your Hydro damage, where's my boy Kazuha? He's got to be somewhere on this list. Am I blind? Apparently I'm blind! If you use someone like Kazuha, who can give your Hydro units more Hydro damage, as well as swirl and reduce the Hydro resistance, you could do an entire Hydro build. Or even if you're just using 2 of them and throwing Bennett in for some extra attack, there are a lot of comps that are going to get very strong because of this resonance change. And I haven't even talked about another character who now might even become more meta, and she might even move up in the ranks. Kokomi. I know that I've roasted this unit multiple times in the past. I just can't believe that they gave her minus 100 crit rate. But giving her more HP scaling when she scales with HP, she already does pretty good damage when you make her this tanky healing unit. She's one of the best for freeze comps. She's going to do even more damage. She's going to be even tankier. She's going to heal your team even more. And that is pretty insane. If this stuff all now pairs well with Dendro, oh, the meta could completely change. This changes everything. And all of a sudden, a team like this, with this nutty attack from the Pyro Resonance, and if you do get the HP from the Hydro Resonance, there's going to be a lot of different doors that open, different team comps that honestly pump, and if we get any other HP scaling units, we're going to be very, very excited. If they ever make a Bennett that boosts HP scaling units, similar to how Goro has been added for defense, we're then going to hit another level where someone like Ayato with the Jade Cutter might be one of the highest DPS units, one of the best units in the game. Now, I don't know when or if that ever happens, but they did it for defense scalers. Maybe they'll do it with HP as well. Now, a team like this is already really solid, but if this could get even better because both Ayato and Xingqiu are getting that extra bit of value, I think we could be in a situation where I never swap off it, because I already love it. I see the potential. I can get tons of some vapes and melts, and I don't care who's doing damage. You know, really, I don't care who's getting the hits off, as long as someone's getting the hits off. And I think it'd be really cool to see the dominance of Hydro take that next level. It's already really good, and I think that if they add this HP scaling, it will become almost a no-brainer on pulling some of these units, especially Yelan. I think Yelan will hit that next level where I think she already is very, very good, but she will become so busted that she's going to make people cry in the Abyss. And it's going to make people like me, who skipped her, cry. Because, you know, I was on the cusp of getting her before. I saw the potential. I just didn't know if I needed it. I didn't know if I wanted to spend the Primo Gems before Sumeru and all these different things. Like, I think I made a mistake if this change goes through. Because I don't know when Yelan's coming back. It could be like, what's it called? Kazuha. It could be a year before I see her again. Especially with Sumeru dropping. Like, truly, it could be a long time. So, anyways, I don't have much more to say here. I'm just going to kill these enemies here and say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. I'll see you soon.